नमस्ते दोस्तों। आज हम पढ़ेंगे एक ऐसे शख्स की कहानी जिसने सिर्फ अपनी जिंदगी नहीं बदली बल्कि पूरे देश की किस्मत बदल दी। हम बात कर रहे हैं नेल्सन मंडेला की और उनका सफर। अ लॉन्ग वॉक टू फ्रीडम, यानी आजादी तक एक लंबी यात्रा।
तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं मंडेला की आजादी की कहानी।
शुरुआत होती है 10 मई 1994 से, जो साउथ अफ्रीका के इतिहास का सबसे बड़ा दिन था। इस दिन नेल्सन मंडेला को देश का फर्स्ट ब्लैक प्रेसिडेंट बनाया गया। यह समारोह हुआ था देश की राजधानी प्रिटोरिया के एम्फीथिएटर में। देश विदेश के नेता, सैनिक और लोग इकट्ठा हुए थे। ये जरूरी लोग भी आए थे जिनके नाम है मिस्टर दे क्लर्क, जो पिछले राष्ट्रपति थे, थाबो एम्बेकी उपराष्ट्रपति बने, और खुद मंडेला जिन्होंने शपथ ली। नेल्सन मंडेला ने कसम खाई कि वो अपने देश में डेमोक्रेसी, इक्वालिटी और ह्यूमन राइट्स की रक्षा करेंगे। पुराने जमाने की राजनीति को अपार्टाइड सिस्टम कहते थे। मंडेला बताते हैं कि ये आज़ादी यूं ही नहीं मिली। साउथ अफ्रीका में कई सालों तक अपार्टाइड सिस्टम रहा, मतलब एक ऐसा सिस्टम जिसमें गोरे और काले लोगों में जबरदस्त भेदभाव होता था। गोरों व्हाइट्स को सारे अधिकार मिलते थे, जैसे अच्छी नौकरी, शिक्षा, वोट देने का हक। काले लोगों ब्लैक्स को कुछ भी नहीं मिलता था। उन्हें गुलामों जैसा ट्रीट किया जाता था। मंडेला लिखते हैं, हमारे देश में गोरे लोगों ने कानून बनाए जो कि काले लोगों को उनके राइट्स से दूर रखते थे। नेल्सन मंडेला की सोच और बदलाव। मंडेला कहते हैं, किसी इंसान में नफरत जन्म से नहीं होती, उसे नफरत करना सिखाया जाता है। और अगर नफरत सिखाई जा सकती है तो प्यार भी सिखाया जा सकता है। क्या बात है। मंडेला बताते हैं कि जेल में रहते हुए उन्होंने ये महसूस किया। सच्ची बहादुरी क्या होती है? मंडेला कहते हैं, बहादुर वो नहीं जो डरता नहीं, बल्कि बहादुर वो है जो डर के बावजूद साहस दिखाता है। व्यक्तिगत और सामाजिक आजादी। मंडेला बचपन में सोचते थे कि आजादी बस इतनी है कि मैं घूम सकूं, खेल सकूं और जो चाहूं वो कर सकूं। पर जैसे जैसे वो बड़े हुए, उन्होंने देखा कि काले लोगों को असली आजादी तो मिली ही नहीं है। वो समझे कि जब तक पूरा समाज आजाद नहीं होगा, मैं भी नहीं हो सकता। इसलिए उन्होंने अपनी पूरी जिंदगी आजादी की लड़ाई को समर्पित कर दी। फिर मंडेला उन लोगों को सलाम करते हैं जिन्होंने बलिदान दिया। वो कहते हैं, मैं उन नायकों को याद करता हूं जो जेल में मरे, जिनकी कोई कब्र नहीं, जिन्होंने हमारे लिए सपने देखे, संघर्ष किया और बलिदान दिया। क्योंकि आज जो आजादी हमें मिली है वो उनके संघर्ष की वजह से ही है। तो दोस्तों, ये थी नेल्सन मंडेला की कहानी। एक ऐसे इंसान की जिसने साबित किया कि स्वतंत्रता केवल खुद के लिए नहीं, सभी के लिए होती है। अब हम इसके क्वेश्चन आंसर देखते हैं।
Q1. Where did the ceremonies take place? Can you name any public buildings in India that are made of sandstone? Answer. The ceremonies took place in the Union Buildings in pre-Africa. Famous sandstone buildings in India include Red Fort in Humayun's tomb in Delhi and Sanchi Stupa in Madhya Pradesh. Q2. Can you say how 10th May is an autumn day in South Africa? Answer. 10th May is an autumn day in South Africa because the southern hemisphere, where seasons are opposite to those northern hemisphere. So, May is autumn there. Q3. What does Mandala mean by extraordinary human disaster refers? What is the glorious human achievement? Answer. The extraordinary human disaster refers to the apartheid system of racial discrimination. The glorious human achievement refer establishment of a democratic, free nation in South Africa with equal rights for all. Q4. What does Mandela thank the international leaders for? Answer. Mandela thanks the international leaders for attending inauguration ceremony. Their presence shows support and recognition of South Africa's new democratic government. Q5. What ideals does Mandela set out for the future of South Africa? Answer. Mandela dreams of a nation where there is no discrimination, everyone is treated equally, and where there is justice, peace, and dignity for all. Q6. What did the military generals do? How did their attitude change, and why? Answer. The military generals saluted Nelson Mandela and promised their loyalty to the new democratic government. Earlier, under apartheid, they might have arrested him. This change in attitude showed that they now respected Mandela's leadership and accepted the new democratic order in South Africa. Q7. Why were two national anthems sung? Answer. Two national anthems were sung to represent both the white and the black communities of South Africa. The old anthem represented the whites and the new one represented the blacks. Singing both showed unity, equality, and mutual respect in the new democratic nation. Q8. How does Mandela describe the systems of government in his country in the past? Answer. Mandela says that in the past, South Africa had a system based on racial discrimination. It was a cruel and unjust government that denied basic human rights and dignity to people of color. The white minority had complete control while the black majority suffered. Q9. What does courage mean to Mandela? Answer. To Mandela, courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means triumph over fear. A brave person is not someone who never feels afraid, but someone who conquers fear with determination and stands up for what is right. Q10. What does Mandela say about the oppressor and the oppressed? Answer. Mandela says that both the oppressor and the oppressed are not truly free. While the oppressed is a victim of injustice, the oppressor is a prisoner of hatred and prejudice. True freedom means liberating both, the one being hurt and the one causing the hurt. Page 24, Oral Comprehension. Check. 1. What twin obligations does Mandela mention? Answer. Nelson Mandela says that every man has two obligations in life. 1. The first is to his family, including parents, wife, and children. 2. The second is to his people and his country. Mandela explains that in a normal and free society, a person can fulfill both. But under apartheid, it was almost impossible for black South Africans to fulfill both obligations because they were denied basic human rights and freedom. 2. What did being free mean to Mandela as a boy and as a student? How does he contrast these transitory freedoms with the basic and honorable freedoms? Answer. As a boy, Mandela thought being free meant being able to run in the fields, swim in the streams, and stay out late at night. As a student, it meant having the freedom to read what he liked and go where he wanted. These were small personal freedoms, what Mandela calls transitory freedoms. But as he grew up, he understood that real freedom meant much more, such as the freedom to live with dignity, to have a job of one's choice, to raise a family, and to have equal rights as a citizen. These are what he calls the basic and honorable freedoms. 3. Does Mandela think the oppressor is free? Why not? Answer. No, Mandela does not think that the oppressor is free. He says that an oppressor, like the oppressed, is also a prisoner, not of others, but of hatred, prejudice, and narrow-mindedness. According to Mandela, as long as someone takes away another's freedom, they are not truly free themselves. Freedom, he says, is indivisible, it must be enjoyed by everyone. Thinking about the text, page 24. 1. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the triumph of? Answer. A large number of international leaders attended the inauguration to show their support for South Africa's new democratic government and the end of apartheid. Their presence was a global recognition of the country's peaceful transition from a system of racial discrimination to one of equality and freedom. It signified the triumph of justice, human dignity, and democracy over oppression and racism. 2. What does Mandela mean when he says he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? Answer. Mandela means that he represents not just himself, but also all the brave men and women who fought against apartheid before him. Many of them sacrificed their lives and never got to see freedom. He feels that his own success is built on their struggles, and he is carrying forward their legacy. 3. Would you agree that the depths of oppression create heights of character? How does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own example to this idea? Answer. Yes, the depths of oppression often lead to the development of heights of character. Mandela explains that it was the extreme suffering of black South Africans under apartheid that gave rise to great leaders like Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chief Luthuli, and others who showed courage, wisdom, and strength. Own example. During India's freedom struggle, leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Bhagat Singh emerged because of British oppression. Their strength of character came from their dedication to justice and freedom, just like Mandela's. 4. How did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? Answer. At first, Mandela wanted freedom only for himself, to live freely and enjoy a normal life. But as he grew up, he saw that his people were not free. This made him realize that no one is truly free if others are still oppressed. His personal desire for freedom became a collective struggle. He gave up his comfort, family life, and career to fight for the freedom of all South Africans. It turned him into a leader and a symbol of resistance.
आज़ादी मिली तो वीडियो भी देख लिया, तो अब लाइक दबाओ और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो नेक्स्ट लेसन के लिए।